The estimated labor cost for ceiling fan installation with the fan box in the Boston area varies depending on the professional hired. A licensed electrician typically charges between $120 and $180 per hour. An apprentice electrician's hourly rate is generally between $80 and $120. Hiring a handyman may cost between $60 and $100 per hour. Several factors can influence the overall cost. Firstly, the size and weight of the fan will affect the complexity of the installation and thus the time required. Secondly, the height and accessibility of the ceiling play a significant role. Difficult access may increase labor time. Thirdly, the complexity of the existing electrical wiring is a factor. If new wiring or modifications are needed, the cost will increase. Fourthly, the availability of an existing fan box and wiring impacts the installation time and materials needed. Additional charges may apply. The fan box itself, if needed, can range from $15 to $30. Permits, if required by local regulations, can cost between $50 and $150. A travel fee may also be applicable, typically ranging from $20 to $50. Considering these labor rates and potential additional charges, the estimated total cost to install a ceiling fan with a fan box in the Boston area falls within these ranges. For a licensed electrician, expect to pay between $200 and $350. An apprentice electrician services may cost between $150 and $250. A handyman's rate usually falls between $120 and $200. These estimates are based on average market rates and may vary depending on the specifics of the job. To obtain precise pricing, it is recommended to get quotes from multiple qualified electricians in the area. When obtaining quotes, it is beneficial to provide as much detail as possible regarding the installation. For example, firstly, describe the ceiling fan you plan to install, including its size and weight. Secondly, specify the ceiling height and accessibility, noting any obstructions or difficulties. Thirdly, provide information about the existing electrical wiring, including the presence of an existing fan box and the age of the wiring. Fourthly, inquire whether permits are required in your specific locality and whether the quoted price includes permit fees. By providing this information, you can obtain more accurate and reliable quotes. When comparing quotes from different electricians, consider more than just the price. Firstly, check the electrician's license and insurance to ensure they are qualified and insured. Secondly, read online reviews and ask for references to assess their reputation and workmanship. Thirdly, inquire about their experience with ceiling fan installations, particularly with similar models or in similar settings. Fourthly, ensure they provide a detailed breakdown of the costs, including labor, materials, and any potential additional charges. Fifthly, ask about their warranty policy and what is covered in case of any issues after the installation. Choosing the right electrician can ensure a safe and reliable ceiling fan installation. Before the installation begins, there are a few important considerations. Firstly, ensure the electrical circuit is turned off at the breaker box before any work is done. Secondly, carefully read the ceiling fan's installation manual to understand the specific requirements and instructions. Thirdly, inspect the fan box to ensure it is rated for the weight and movement of a ceiling fan. If the existing box is not rated for a ceiling fan, it will need to be replaced with a fan-rated box. Fourthly, check the ceiling joists to ensure they are strong enough to support the fan and box. If necessary, add additional bracing to reinforce the joists. During the installation, pay attention to safety precautions. Firstly, wear safety glasses to protect your eyes from falling debris. Secondly, use a ladder that is stable and appropriate for the ceiling height. Thirdly, follow the manufacturer's instructions for wiring the fan, ensuring all connections are secure and properly insulated. Fourthly, use wire connectors that are rated for the wire size and type. Fifthly, double-check all connections before turning the power back on. After the installation, test the ceiling fan to ensure it is working properly. Firstly, turn on the power at the breaker box. Secondly, test all the fan speeds to ensure they are functioning correctly. Thirdly, check the light fixture, if applicable, to ensure it is working properly. Fourthly, listen for any unusual noises or vibrations which may indicate a problem with the installation. If you encounter any issues, turn off the power and consult with a qualified electrician. Proper maintenance can extend the life of your ceiling fan and ensure it operates safely. Firstly, regularly clean the fan blades to remove dust and debris, which can affect its performance. Secondly, check the screws and connections periodically to ensure they are tight. Thirdly, lubricate the motor bearings, if necessary, according to the manufacturer's instructions. Fourthly, inspect the wiring for any signs of damage or wear. Fifthly, replace any worn or damaged parts promptly. By following these tips, you can ensure your ceiling fan provides years of reliable service. It is important to understand basic electrical concepts related to ceiling fan installation. Voltage is the electrical potential difference that drives current through a circuit. In most homes in the United States, the standard voltage is 120 volts. Amperage is the measure of electrical current flowing through a circuit. Ceiling fans typically draw a small amount of current, usually less than 1 amp. Wattage is the measure of electrical power consumed by a device. It is calculated by multiplying voltage by amperage. Ohms are the unit of electrical resistance. Resistance opposes the flow of current in a circuit. Understanding these basic concepts can help you troubleshoot electrical issues and ensure a safe installation. When working with electrical wiring, it is essential to follow the National Electrical Code, or NEC, guidelines. The NEC provides standards for safe electrical installations to protect people and property. Firstly, the NEC specifies the type and size of wiring required for different applications. Secondly, it outlines the proper methods for grounding and bonding electrical systems. Thirdly, it mandates the use of overcurrent protection devices such as circuit breakers and fuses to prevent electrical fires. Fourthly, it provides guidelines for wiring methods, including conduit, cable, and raceway systems. Fifthly, it specifies the requirements for electrical boxes and enclosures. Adhering to the NEC guidelines ensures a safe and compliant installation. One important aspect of ceiling fan installation is grounding. Grounding provides a safe path for electrical current to flow in the event of a fault, preventing electric shock. All electrical equipment, including ceiling fans, must be properly grounded. The grounding conductor is typically a green or bare copper wire. It connects the metal parts of the fan to the electrical grounding system of the building. The grounding system is connected to the earth, providing a low impedance path for fault current to flow back to the source. Proper grounding is essential for electrical safety. Another important consideration is wire sizing. The size of the wire used for the ceiling fan installation must be appropriate for the circuit's amperage. Undersized wires can overheat and cause a fire. The NEC specifies the minimum wire size for different amperage ratings. For example, a 15 amp circuit typically requires 14 American wire gauge, or AUG, wire, while a 20 amp circuit typically requires 12 AWG wire. The wire size is marked on the wire insulation. It is important to use the correct wire size to ensure a safe and reliable installation. Overcurrent protection is also crucial for electrical safety. Circuit breakers and fuses are overcurrent protection devices that protect electrical circuits from overloads and short circuits. A circuit breaker is a switch that automatically trips and interrupts the circuit when an overcurrent condition occurs. A fuse is a sacrificial device that melts and breaks the circuit when an overcurrent condition occurs. The size of the circuit breaker or fuse must be appropriate for the circuit's amperage rating. Using an oversized circuit breaker or fuse can defeat the overcurrent protection and create a fire hazard. It is important to use the correct size overcurrent protection device to ensure electrical safety. When connecting wires, it is important to use proper wiring methods. Wire connectors, such as wire nuts, are used to join wires together. Wire connectors must be rated for the wire size and type. The wires must be twisted together tightly and securely before the wire connector is installed. Electrical tape can be used to provide additional insulation and protection. Proper wiring methods ensure a safe and reliable connection. Electrical boxes are used to enclose and protect electrical connections. Electrical boxes must be made of a non-combustible material such as metal or plastic. The box must be sized appropriately for the number of wires and devices it contains. The box must be securely mounted to the wall or ceiling. Proper electrical boxes ensure a safe and code-compliant installation. When installing a ceiling fan, it is important to follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully. The instructions provide specific guidance on how to assemble, wire, and mount the fan. The instructions also include important safety precautions. Following the manufacturer's instructions ensures a safe and proper installation. If you are not comfortable working with electricity, it is best to hire a qualified electrician. Electricians have the training and experience to safely install ceiling fans and other electrical equipment. Hiring an electrician ensures that the job is done correctly and safely. Firstly, they will inspect the existing wiring and make any necessary repairs or upgrades. Secondly, they will install the fan properly, ensuring it is securely mounted and wired correctly. Thirdly, they will test the fan to ensure it is working properly. Fourthly, they will provide a warranty for their work. Hiring an electrician is a wise investment for your safety and peace of mind. Before hiring an electrician, it is important to check their credentials. Firstly, verify that they are licensed and insured. Secondly, ask for references from previous customers. Thirdly, read online reviews to assess their reputation. Fourthly, get a written estimate for the job before they start work. Fifthly, make sure they are familiar with the National Electrical Code and local electrical codes. Choosing a qualified and reputable electrician is essential for a safe and reliable installation. It's also important to understand the different types of ceiling fans available. There are standard ceiling fans, which are typically used in living rooms and bedrooms. There are hugger ceiling fans, which are designed for rooms with low ceilings. There are outdoor ceiling fans, which are designed to withstand the elements. There are ceiling fans with lights, which provide both lighting and air circulation. There are ceiling fans with remote controls, which allow you to adjust the fan speed and lighting from a distance. Choosing the right type of ceiling fan for your needs is important for both comfort and functionality. Consider the size of the room when selecting a ceiling fan. A small room will require a smaller fan, while a large room will require a larger fan. The blade span of the fan determines the amount of air it can circulate. A larger blade span will move more air. The height of the ceiling is also a factor. If the ceiling is low, you will need a hugger ceiling fan. If the ceiling is high, you may need to use an extension rod to lower the fan. Choosing the right size ceiling fan for the room ensures optimal air circulation and comfort. The style of the ceiling fan is also an important consideration. Ceiling fans come in a variety of styles, from traditional to modern. Choose a style that complements the decor of the room. Consider the finish of the fan blades and the motor housing. Common finishes include brushed nickel, oil rubbed bronze, and white. Choosing a ceiling fan that matches your style enhances the overall aesthetic of the room. The energy efficiency of the ceiling fan is another important factor. Look for ceiling fans with the Energy Star label. Energy Star certified ceiling fans use less energy than standard ceiling fans. They are also more efficient at circulating air. Choosing an energy-efficient ceiling fan saves money on your energy bills and reduces your carbon footprint. In addition to the initial cost of the ceiling fan, consider the ongoing costs of operation. Ceiling fans consume electricity, so the cost of running the fan will depend on your electricity rates and how often you use the fan. Energy-efficient ceiling fans use less electricity, reducing your operating costs. Regular maintenance, such as cleaning the fan blades and lubricating the motor, also helps to keep the fan running efficiently. By considering the ongoing costs of operation, you can make an informed decision about which ceiling fan to purchase. Safety is paramount when installing and using ceiling fans. Always turn off the power at the breaker box before working on the fan. Use a ladder that is stable and appropriate for the ceiling height. Follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully. Ensure all wiring connections are secure and properly insulated. Never overload the circuit with too many devices. If you are not comfortable working with electricity, hire a qualified electrician. By following these safety precautions, you can prevent accidents and injuries. In conclusion, installing a ceiling fan involves several considerations, including labor costs, additional charges, safety precautions, electrical codes, and fan selection. By understanding these factors, you can make an informed decision and ensure a safe and reliable installation. Remember to obtain quotes from multiple qualified electricians, check their credentials, and follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully. With proper planning and execution, you can enjoy the benefits of a ceiling fan for years to come.